What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boy oh boy, today is an absolutely massive day because Embark has finally officially come out and has given us some basically information, a roadmap actually, discussing all of the future content coming into Arc Raiders over the course of these upcoming months. And it is looking extraordinarily juicy, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go ahead and tell you guys that one. It is very exciting, and I can't wait to go ahead and discuss all the details with you guys. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive on deep, if you guys are interested in more content like this, don't forget subscribing to the bell. It posts twice here, once at 8 a.m. Eastern Time and a second time at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, we go ahead and discuss all different types of variety: Arc Raiders, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Splitgate, Gears of War, Skate. I mean, gosh, I try to cover as many games as possible. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell. And last but not least, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, got to link that channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive on deep, can I just say this? Guys, this game is so freaking fun. I mean, gosh, the second day and I'm still absolutely hooked. I could play this game for 5 to 6 hours straight, hop off, and have the instant craving. It's not like I have to wait an hour after hopping off, or 2 hours, or wait until the next day. No, the second I log off, I'm like, wow, why did I do that? I should just get back online. Seriously, this game has been just such a blast. The interactions and solo play, that's pretty much all I play recently, is just phenomenal. I get tons of awesome, communication from players and, people who have helped me do tons of my quests. A lot of quests that I've been stuck on, believe it or not, players that are in the match have helped me through tons of them instead of shooting me in the face. Who would have ever guessed? Seriously, this game is phenomenal. And even when it comes down to PvP, like you guys see in this gameplay right here, it gets so intense, down to the wire, so much chaos. Oh man, every factor of this game has me it has me hooked. This game got its nails dug straight on into my back, man, and I cannot get away. And honestly, I'm kind of happy about that. We are absolutely eating as gamers right now between Battlefield 6, Arc Raiders, and I'm sure there's a lot of other games that are going to be releasing for, everybody out there. I'm just a happy camper. That's all I can say. I'm a happy camper. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on deep into the actual roadmap and things to expect moving forward into the future. And also, just so you guys know, I'm not going to be showcasing it up on the screen just because if I were to do such, it'll be the only thing on the screen for like a good 5+ minutes because I want to go bit by bit, piece by piece. But if you want to read along or even see the roadmap with your own eyes, I will leave a link to it down in the description of this video. All right, so ongoing right at this current moment, new map conditions, new feats and trials, new cosmetics, QOL updates, and more. And honestly, they actually just put out an update to fix a few things, and I'll be real, the game runs so unbelievably smooth. It still shocks me till this very day. The performance is just top notch. The only bug, there's literally only a singular bug, and again, of course, guys, if you're running into bugs, leave it down in the comments section in case devs watch this video, they could see for themselves what's going on in the overall experience. For me personally, my biggest complaint is when I get a bug where I can't transfer full portions of loot into my inventory anymore. It's only like on the occurrence, it might happen like a couple of times in like a 5 to 6 hour session, but when it does happen, it's very irritating to where instead of being able to bring a full stack of something over, you can only do it one at a time, and it is a nightmare. Doesn't matter if you shift it in, doesn't matter if you double click it in, doesn't matter if you drag it in. Literally every time you do such a thing, it goes one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, making it basically nearly impossible to loot bigger items. So hopefully that gets fixed up very soon. But overall, outstanding. Seriously, Embark, you guys cooked. But moving into November, ladies and gentlemen, basically, today marks the beginning of our November content line. They are going to title this one North Line. So every single time we have a new, month, it's going to be called something different. North Line is November and Cold Snap is December. But in North Line, which is November, we're going to be getting a new map, Stella Montis. We're going to be getting a community unlock event, new Arc, the Matriarch and also the Shredder, new gameplay items, and new quests. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a pretty decent amount of content. Again, keep in mind, this game just dropped. So many development teams drop their game, and they spend months on end trying to fix it up before they can even push forward content. These guys over at Embark launch a game. It runs perfectly, and they already have, content planned all the way until the end of the year, and I'm assuming going into next year as well. They're not telling us anything for next year, but wow. I mean, first and foremost, already having a new map. I'm still trying to figure out all the current maps, and there's actually websites out there. One of my homies, Scully, in stream actually, gave me a website to help me figure out where certain things are if you, want to hyper prioritize weapon cases or regular boxes, medical cases. This website will kind of show you the general areas, locations where you'll find them. I think they randomly generate all the time, but still, it's good to memorize so you know where to go and what to look for when you hop into a raid on a specific map. But as I was saying, I barely feel like I have so many hours, almost 20 hours into the game now. I'm rounding up to level 20, and I still feel like there is so much more to learn on all of the maps within this game, and they're already launching a new one in November. That is insane. Also, alongside the community unlock event, I'm excited to see what they're going to be doing here. Apparently, they did a lot of these in the finals, but I haven't really, played too much of the finals, nor did I keep up with it. But it's cool to hear that they're going to introduce this into Arc Raiders. And then the arcs, man. A matriarch and also the shredder. I think I heard about the matriarch. You guys can confirm that down below, but I don't think I've ever heard of the shredder, and that is sounding quite horrifying. I gotta be real. If it lives up to all the other arcs that are in this game, it's going to be something that I'm not going to want to go ahead and mess around with. If you guys actually know what these arcs are, again, feel free to go down in the comment section and fill us in on all the details. Then, of course, the new items, that's phenomenal. I'm excited to, try out everything that's new and new quests, which is going to be nice. I'm still struggling to get through all of my quests, but hey, nothing wrong with having some more quests, throw into the mix. But let's move over to Cold Snap, ladies and gentlemen, which is going to be in December. We're going to be getting Snowfall map condition, Flickering Flames event, Expedition Departure Window, new Raider deck, and new quests. This is honestly looking outstanding as well. Yeah, it might not be a new map and a new arc, but still, for a, again, December update when the developers are probably going to be going on a little bit of a break, they are still prepping a lot of juicy stuff for us to, actually enjoy. Now, I do have to share some of my disappointment. Now, there's no confirmation. Stella Montes might actually be a snow map. A lot of people have been hinting at this and speculating about this, but I am kind of sad that, if it's not and all we're getting is Snowfall map condition, not bad, it's cool, but man, I would love a designated map to just snow and snow only, and then obviously if you want other weather effects in it, that would be fantastic, but man, a snow map would go so hard. But we still at least get the Snowfall map condition. I would like this to actually stay, to be real. I hope this isn't a December only thing. I hope that the Snowfall lasts, and it will be something in the rotation, they can add it in every now and then. It doesn't have to be every single day. It could be like, once a week or something like that, and people could prep for it and be excited for it. But I still think it'll be really cool. Then Flickering Flames event, don't know what that's going to be, but again, another event is always welcome. And obviously the Expedition Departure Window, that's going to be interesting to see who's actually prepped for that. Don't forget, guys, when it comes to Arc Raiders, you don't actually have an official wipe where everybody resets. There's a specific window of time, and it's only for people who, complete the expedition challenges. And if they do, they have the option to reset back to basically level 1, restart, and get some, bonuses for doing such. But you can only do it during this one specific, bit of time, and that's going to be in December. So I am curious to see, who the real grinders are when it comes down to this game. And what I'm really interested in seeing is, forget about the real grinders. What I really want to see is, the casual players. Are there going to be any casual players who are going to be able to, hit this first window of opportunity? Is it realistic, or will casuals more than likely have to wait like every other, window of opportunity? Regardless, I'm really excited to see how the expedition system works. And also the new Raider deck, that's phenomenal, guys. You guys already know about the Raider deck, and I love these things. They're basically the battle pass within the game. Very easy to go ahead and grind through. And I'm hoping that they will be recyclable as well, where you can earn enough points, currency, to buy into another one. We don't know just yet because I'm pretty positive the first one is free, so you don't really have to, spend anything. And you also get coins out of the free one. So my suggestion is hold on to the coins, complete the first deck for free, hold on to all the coins they gave you, and see what's in store, because I want to push it past Embark to, just keep recycling them again and again and again. And then, of course, as I already stated, new quests. It's always nice to, have something fresh to grind for and have new challenges instead of people just coming in for PvP, because let's be real, the quest is really what encourages the casual mentality for a lot of people to not always PvP, because people want to get in, they want to extract with their quest stuff, they want to do the quests, they want to help each other with quests. It's extraordinarily fun. But guys, this is the roadmap for Arc Raiders. It's looking absolutely outstanding. I'll be real. There's literally content around every single corner, and there's lots of it. Lots of it. If they can keep up this same mentality, like imagine like a map or two a year, along with constant flows of events, new art coming on through, maybe a few times a year, depends on, how much they want to stuff it in, while still keeping it original. I think that this game is going to be very healthy. I think that Embark has an exact plan. I think they, learned from the finals. They had their learning experience. They understood what, was good, what was bad, and it seems like they're trying to incorporate it all into their first paid product and are really push with it with everything they got. And they have to. They really got to, And I'm not trying to sound like a douchebag or anything, but the developers really have to push with this. This game right here will put Embark on the map. And you don't want this one to flop. You want this one to succeed. You want to, show your type of support, your type of communication. So all the newcomers who are slowly learning their name will have a good first taste, because first impressions, ladies and gentlemen, are very crucial for a lot of people, not just with the game, but with the development team. So you got to make sure that, you really give it your all, give it your best. And I think people are really going to stick around for the long run. I'm going to be real. I genuinely think sometime down the road, people are going to get into this cult mentality. And I'm not really a cult mentality type of guy. I'm not a part of that. But I really do think with how hard Embark has been cooking, there's just going to be a group of people who don't care what they produce. They could produce the worst thing in the world, and they'll still probably scoop it up because it's Embark. I genuinely think that their name is going to get to that point if they can truly nail Arc Raiders alongside the finals for years to come. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget subscribing at the bell. Post twice here, once at 8 a.m. Eastern Time and a second time at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And also, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, I'll link that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.